What's going on, everybody? Brett here. We're back with another episode of Battle Brothers with the Warriors of the North DLC. Picking up a little bit after where we left off last time. I had to go real quick at the end of the last episode, so I didn't get a chance to explain fully what my plans were. But basically, it's just stockpiling stuff so that we can head north and strike out on our own, possibly find some good fights, and face some new and different enemies. So, I took a fight here, some brigands, some thugs. Wasn't much of a fight. But I did level a bit, not from that fight, but beforehand. I put the points in, but I didn't take the perks. So I wanted to do that on camera. Let's start with Leisure side. We're going to take Brawny on him. That's a guarantee. Thane Jotnar Lanceson, I think is going to end up being a shield bro. So let's go ahead and just knock that out now. Give him Shield Expert. And that's going to open up Berserk and Battle Brothers for us. But I think Svarog Erdnot is going to end up being a two-hander. Just something I was thinking about. And if that's the case, we're going to want Underdog. Either way, for right now, he's on the edge of our formation. So Underdog's not a bad talent for him anyway. It's not a bad talent for any brother. And Colossus. That gave us 14 HP. So now we're good to go. And we can go ahead and jump into this neglected hut fight, which I think is just, yeah, some brigand thugs. That is no big deal at all. Hopefully we get some good shots. Archers are still a little iffy. They're not super reliable yet, but they will be in time. Good hit so far, though. Just a few more levels. Once we get them all in the kind of the 60 plus range, get a few different perks that can help to increase their accuracy, and they'll be good to go. You know what, let's step up. These guys are basically not even wearing armor. Yeah, that's more in line with what I was expecting to happen. Good shot. We'll get back here. Should be a dead guy. Yep. Get in here. If we can hit him. Dang. Let's say if we can hit him, we can kill him. But we'll use adrenaline to make sure that we get the first shot at the beginning of next turn. It should guarantee we get the kill. And he's going to run. Okay. I will say, though, in the battle that we fought, it was in the forest. And I was able to use my dogs to stop one of the characters from running away, one of the brigands. So for those of you who've never seen someone use the brigands, or I'm sorry, the dogs to chase, what you want to do is jump the maximum amount that you can without making it so that you cannot use your dogs. And then the dogs have a really far movement range. But as always, you got to be careful because dogs are pretty fragile. But if you can get enough of them on a soft target, they usually have a pretty easy time tearing someone apart, especially once everyone's already trying to run. So here we go. If they can just land some hits, they're usually fine. So Lancel's getting close. Gonna run them down. Hopefully we don't lose any dogs. And dogs have really high initiative. They usually go first. Eugene gets a level. That's great for us. We pick up some loot. Not bad. The tools here are going to help us cover some of our expenses as we journey north. Some more supplies, beer. All of that stuff is going to contribute to us being able to stay out longer and accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. So Eugene, let's check out his stats. A 3 and a 4, solid. And then I think we just take a 4 in fatigue. Okay. So if Eugene is going to end up being an archer, which he almost certainly is thanks to these 2 stars here, We know we're going to want to make him a bow user, which means we know we're going to want bow mastery. But for now, he's kind of a hybrid, and I like the idea of getting crippling strikes on my archers and following that up with executioner. So let's do that. And that was such a quick battle. I mean, we're free to move now and go in a viscerally type direction. It's nighttime, so our line of sight is pretty small. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We almost walked right into that. So it's nighttime. We don't want to engage them at night. Let's just wait. We don't want to camp either. We don't really need to camp, so we're not going to. But if we camp and got attacked, we would be screwed. So Murderer's Hideaway, a fortified wooden encampment used by outlaws to stash their loot, rest in between raids, and play drinking games. Yeah, let's get in there. So mini raiders is about where we want to be in terms of what we're fighting right now. They'll have more dangerous weapons, hopefully some mail armor that we can take. I don't want to get hit by any of these weapons. But man, we just missed 4 shots in a row. I see some throwing axes up on the high ground. That can be pretty dangerous. We're trying to focus the dude with the big hammer first. He has the greatest potential to really mess us up. Yeah, we'll just pass. We could shield wall, but I don't think we need to. We'll shield wall with Isaac, because I feel like he's the most vulnerable. Okay, throwing javelins come out. I would love to get some of these at the end of the battle. He went for the stun, thankfully. 2 big hits from Svarog. We can spear wall here right now. That'll direct them either here or here. These guys in the middle, they're not going to want to jump dead center. 29. Let's get this easy kill. Come on, guys. There we go. Go for the dude with no shield. He's injured. I don't know if they're actually running away. I don't think so. It feels a bit early for that. $37. Nope. Can step up though. Nope. Okay, parry. I respect it. Let's get over here with Skibo. He's going to force him to use a melee weapon. And he's also going to give us this pretty sweet triple surround. So there he goes. He has to use one of his actions to switch. We left ourselves vulnerable to throwing axe fire, but I didn't really think it would be a thing that could kill us. Okay, we're switching. Pole hammer comes out. And we can go for the third. Now we're going to go for that 40. Alright, that was a pretty brutal shot on Svarog. Hit him in the armor. We'll wait there. Try to shoot him point blank. Didn't work. What are our odds? 42? Nice. Good. Double bleeding. Really strong. If we can get up onto this high ground before he keeps us here. Yeah, we're going to fight this guy. Mano a mano. Our armor is sick. spear wall here. If he wants to come fight, he's going to have to step down. And I don't think they're in the mood to run just yet. So he's going to have to switch weapons. He does, and he uses shield wall, so he can't do anything else. Nice. So a cut artery. This guy is done. He's got triple bleeding. Perfect. Really low chances here. Alright, I'll take that. Can we change the standard? We can. Perfect. We'll send him to go help there. Nice. We're going to want to lock him down before he gets the idea to run. But it's just not yet. Okay, he's going to want to run now. For sure. So let's chase him. If we can catch him, that is. And I know that we cannot without dogs, for sure. He doesn't really have anything we need, but that weapon is worth quite a bit. Drop the dog on the high ground. Maybe he catches him, and he does. So we may be losing a dog here, but if we get that weapon, it'll pay for itself. The dog was only like 100 and something. Okay, dog goes up on the high ground. Doesn't have to use all of his movement, but if we can get 2 dogs on him, that's a much better chance. We should have 1 more. No, can't step there. So let's get the 3rd dog. I wish they were armored, but armored dogs are just so much more expensive. Alright, so we didn't get the attack off, but that shield wall is going to make it super hard for the dogs to get him. Alright, let's go for the 41. Just keeping the pressure up. I mean, he's exhausted. If we could just get maybe 2 more brothers on him, we'll be fine. These hill battles can be very awkward. We didn't get the worst position we could have, but we could have certainly gotten better position. Yep. He took his 1 shot and he missed it, and we're going to get him this turn for sure. Okay, go dogs, go. He doesn't have a shield wall anymore, so the chances of us hitting him are super high. Yeah, the worst danger is past. The worst danger was him killing a dog. Ozzy, go ahead and switch to the pike. So it should be over like right now. There we go. Any levels off of that? No. No levels, but we picked up some patched mail shirts, which are better than padded leather, but we're going to have to repair the heck out of them. We did pick up 16 tools, though, to go with that. Anything else, really? I mean, another one of these wooden hammers. Signet rings, gold. Not bad. More supplies that we're going to need. And if we switch out to those patched mail, we're going to have to repair the heck out of them. Let's give one to Zach, one to Leisure Side. Call that good. By the time we get to another major fight, man, it's going to take 24. Occupied ruins. You know what? I don't want to take... Oh, wow. 5 of them left. And it's a swamp fight, which is kind of our bread and butter. Hold on. Let's see. How damaged are these? 47%, 20%. For now, we're just going to switch back to these. But we're going to repair them. If 5 brigands left, there can't be that many more here. Let's attack. Once again, the swamp is our ally because we do have the range superiority. So 9 dudes. So we're just going to tear them up as they try and come at us. Man, good hits. Their range defense is going to be lower because of the swamp, which is great for us. And they're going to move so slow that it's going to take them multiple turns longer than it should for them to get to us. So easy kill for us. I don't know which 5 left, but how many can we see right now? We can only see 8. Maybe there's a leader here? Yeah, we'll just pass with all of our frontline guys. Also, I'm just realizing we did not get any ranged weapons, any throwing weapons from that last battle. Which kind of sucks. I was really hoping to get something. Okay, so there he is. That's the last guy. I was getting my hopes up for nothing. It would have been our first leader fight. And that would have made a pretty decent chance that we were going to get some good loot. Yeah, we can just pass once again with our entire front line. They're not going to reach us this turn. Who do we aim for? 51%? We'll try and get kills first. He was already close to dead. And by the time they reach us too, they'll be borderline exhausted. And I'm going to come up and stand on this grass. Give myself the high ground, so to speak. 60%? Dang. Okay. 69. Not going to make a joke. I'm too mature for that. Alright, we're good to go. Not as devastating as I would have liked for our opener. But I think we can get one more kill before the lines clash. I'll take it. That's going to ease up some of the pressure on the top. He went for the big stun and missed. Wow, double kill there. Sick. Awesome. We don't want to kill, like really, we don't want to kill them too well before the lines clash, because then they'll run. And we'll have to chase them through the swamp if we want to get their gear. So let's let them try and engage. This guy we're going to have to step up on. Or shoot him. Step out this way instead of this way to try and leave some lines of sight. Try and kill the pikemen if we can. 26. We'll go for that. Wait here. We don't want to block our line of sight before we get a chance to shoot. My wife's asking me a Pokemon question. I'm sure that's been posed by my son. Trying to figure out whether or not Pokemon are immortal. And the answer to that is somewhat complicated. Because there are definitely cases in the show and stuff of Pokemon getting sick. So they're not immortal. I think they do die of old age as well. It's one of those things that they used to touch on, but they don't really... I don't think they do it a lot anymore. The show when I was a kid was pretty awesome. But I tried watching it like lately with my son, and it's garbage. It's like weird garbage. Can we get that? We can. And we get them. With very little damage done to us, we pick up another level, another signet ring, a pike which we don't need, I don't believe, and just a bunch of stuff we can sell. 11 more tools, and we're getting pretty close to being full in terms of bag space. But we do have junk. I mean, bucklers don't sell for a lot, leather caps don't sell for a lot. Some of this stuff, you know, gold is not going to be taking up space soon. And if we have to start dumping stuff, we can do that pretty easily. But man, we are very self-sustaining right now. What I'd love to do is fight some barbarians in today's video, but I don't know if we're going to get all the way up there. Okay, I see some beast tracks. Some brigand thugs and a brigand raider. That's another like nothing fight. If we can get in there before nighttime. Man, so I came in here to fight beasts and Northmen, and instead I'm just fighting more brigands and more raiders. At least, wow, at least they didn't put us at the bottom of a cliff. But I do not want to get hit by that axe. For those of you who watched my last series, you know how many times like I lost a legendary unique shield to dudes wielding these like tier 1 axes. It just walked up and killed like my Kraken shield. Or something just as strong. It was ridiculous. But these are the type of guys we can just step out on. We don't have to be scared of them at all. Let's go for the surrounds. Get in there. Get in here. Nice. We could drop a dog on this guy, just put one right here. Man, we missed both attacks? Unbelievable. Ugh. Such a scary way. Anytime you see the two-hander swing for the enemy, it's such a terrifying feeling. Because it just could be that one time where you just lose a brother. Especially when we start fighting like orc berserkers and just really scary enemies that have the DPS to do stuff like that. It just is terrifying. Okay, so easy stuff. We forgot to level someone after the last battle, but it didn't really matter. We picked up salt. That's great. We are almost out of space. We can dump this, dump that. It's probably worthless. Yeah. How much are these worth? A little. We'll hold on to it for now, just in case. This is going to be... Oh, that's worth 60? Okay, it's a little more than I thought. These aren't worth much, are they? to dump anything quite yet. Just hold off on dumping any more. But let's go ahead and level. So, Janold. Janold is a crossbowman. Still going to need another 3 there. Could use a 3 there, and we'll take a 2 here. And then for perks, we are going to want, man, crossbow mastery would be great. I think we're just going to take quick hands for now. That's a guaranteed thing that we want. And then here for Sir Lancel, we'll get him brawny. That gave him 8 more fatigue, which is just awesome. He needed that pretty badly. Only a 1 roll in melee skill feels kind of bad. But I think we could take a 4 in HP, a 3 in fatigue, and we'll just happily take a 3 in range defense. Those were honestly pretty poor rolls. But I think we're okay with that. We already have shield mastery or shield expert with him. I don't think we want any of these, so we need to just ignore those for now. And perhaps grab crippling strikes, executioner, that whole deal. We could try something else. I'm still considering putting Pathfinder on every brother, or even Resilient on every brother. A lot of the trouble that I had with my last playthrough was basically brought about by units like Hexen, Alps, anyone that could do a kind of a charm effect ended up being a pretty deadly opponent. I kind of want to just get Pathfinder on him. I'll think on it. Steel Brow is also great. Hits to the head no longer cause critical damage to this character, which also lowers the risk of sustaining debilitating head injury significantly. It's just another way to tank him up. And you know what? I'm actually fine with that. Let's go a little bit tankier. I'm not 100% yet on the Pathfinder on everyone thing. But I'm not against it either, for sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Because it's so easy for me to fall back into using very similar builds like I've always done, when all I really want to do is try new things. But I know it works, right? But that doesn't mean that's what I always want to use. So here we go. Finally, we're going to fight some Barbarian thralls. A couple of simple Barbarian fur huts huddled down in a circle. And I think after we take this fight, we're going to cut back this way and head back down. Because our packs are going to be so full, we're not even going to be able to carry anything that we pick up. So let's do it. Our first fight with Barbarians. And they're going to all be Thralls, which I think is the lowest level Barbarian. Check these dudes out. And they have throwing weapons. I think these are the crude, like, Barbarian throwing weapons, and these are the... Wow, they all pulled out throwing weapons. That is so cool. I might not think it's cool in a second when I start getting wrecked by them. But at this point, it's kind of like it's just sad that I'm already this strong. Because I would have loved to fight these guys on equal terms and just be kind of terrified of them, honestly. Adrenaline. Let's get in their faces because we're gonna force them to switch out. Adrenaline here as well. 2 can play at that game. Get that triple surround. Nice, good kill. Perfect, and we get that miss, but the miss hits, so we're happy with that. And they're going to use Adrenaline to try and do exactly what we're doing. Oh yeah, do you hear the music? hope y'all can hear it because it is awesome. We're slaughtering our own kind now. It's kind of making me feel actually sad. And down they go. Our first barbarian encounters. They had old wooden shields, claw clubs, throwing weapons and stuff like that. That's all good. And we are full up. This is probably fine just to leave this here. The militia spear is almost certainly more costly than something like this broken bludgeon. Yeah. And we can leave the rest behind. The hat, oh man, do we leave the hat behind? I don't think so. Wooden stick. Get out of here. Alright, we're good. We finally killed some Northmen. And let's explore just a bit out here as we head back to dump off our prizes. Crypt of the Hound, no thank you. The only thing I really want to fight now are either different types of beasts or more Northmen. And if we find these locations here, that's all well and good. We'll know where to go on our next journey north. And I see there are beasts here. What kind? Okay, we're tracking them. And they're actually headed in the right direction. Oh, it's Webnecks. That would be our first Webneck fight of this playthrough. 10 of these dudes is not really scary. I hate fighting them in the woods though. What else did we discover? What did we see? Oh, Tomb of Many Crows. So if we want to come back up here, this looks like maybe Ancient Dead. And then 2 regular undeads. I mean, we have 3 fights lined up if we want to come back. The annoying thing is that this fight is just going to give us silks and stuff we can't use. But let's do it. For the sake of y'all who've never seen a Webneck fight, it's pretty interesting. Thankfully they... Ooh, and this is going to give us our new ambition too. Fight at least a dozen enemies. I think it will, because 2 of the enemies were spawned. So the thing about Webnecks that you have to know is that they have eggs all on the outside of the map. I think there's 5? Feel free to correct me if that's wrong, but I think there's 5 of them. And they're constantly, you know, pooping out more and more of these guys. And if you don't kill them quickly, you can easily get overrun. And they come from all different angles. So it's actually nice to fight them in forest battles, because you can make really strong choke points that they have trouble getting past. So we'll make one there. Nice, so we killed one. And they attack using a type of poison. They can also web you. It's like being trapped in a net. All in all, they're not very difficult enemies, but there are times when you're going to fight 30, 40 of them. And if you don't have the means of adequately cutting them down, or if you lose a couple too many rolls in the beginning, they can end up being pretty tough. Especially if you're playing a really, you know, archer heavy build and they surround you. Your archers can find themselves quickly being made useless. Big shot there with the pole hammer. The big thing is just focus fire them down as quickly as possible. That guy's gone. They can suffer injuries. I mean, I think it's funny that a giant spider has a ripped ear, but so it goes. Hopefully this does give us our ambition, because we need as much as renown as we can get, because we need to start getting contracts from larger places, larger like the keeps and the citadels. Alright, let's jump this way to try and meet this guy. Because you can see there's still 10 of them left on the battlefield. And we can only see a fraction of them. Okay, they're coming from the top. And if you can get to the eggs, you can destroy them. But it's pretty difficult because they're going to web you down. They only spit out a maximum number. I think it's like 3 or so. But I mean, we're already fighting 11. I mean, we started off fighting 12. And we've killed quite a few of them already. And you can help your brothers get out of the webbing. Most of the time you're going to want to. Dang, missing there was kind of bad. So instead of doing that, we're going to help him out. Alright, who do we shoot at? Where do we have a shot? Anywhere? Here? Okay, I'll take it. Hand axe, good weapon versus spiders. Definitely one that I would want to take. I feel like anything that can chop off a bunch of legs is probably a good weapon. Spin here. Perfect. Got to get ourselves out of that net, and yeah, we couldn't even do it. We couldn't get out. Okay, sorry about that. I had to send a quick message. It's hard when you're married and you got 2 kids to find time to record. Nobody pays me to make YouTube videos, so, you know, I just do this for fun. I do this to make friends. Talk about video games that I like with cool people. Which is why I've been so, like, really pleasantly surprised how well this series is doing already. Because, I mean, it's not hard work or anything. I'm never going to say that, but it is time consuming. And there can definitely be days when you don't feel like doing it, but I hate disappointing people who do actually like to watch these videos. I hate to let people down. That's just kind of in my nature. But if there's anything any of y'all would like to know about me, just ask. I'm a pretty open book. Not really a secretive person. Unless you ask me my social security number, in which case you will not get a response. Unless you want to swap my identity for an even better one. I don't know. I don't know what that would look like. Oh, there must be a spider here. Couldn't jump through the bush, so I knew there was someone hiding in it. And they're starting to run, so that's good news for us. That's going to be the end of this. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully this gives us our ambition. That would be nice, and I have no real desire to chase down spiders. Their crafting materials, they're not useless, but they're just not worth much. And since we can't even like use a taxidermist because we don't have access to one, thanks to our ridiculously hard, starting criteria, then it basically is useless. We're just picking up poison glands and gossamer that we can't turn into anything. What I really want is for the ambition so that we can make a new cart and increase our inventory space. We've got all these little weird choke points. It's just going to make this battle take forever. Like I said, I kind of don't like fighting spiders. They're a little annoying. In the later stages of the game, when we have berserk on pretty much every brother, and we're getting kills, And every time we get a kill, we get a reset on action points, which means we can take another attack. That makes fights like these super trivial. You'll be getting just ridiculous numbers of kills every single turn. But until we get to that point, these are still time-consuming fights. Wow, they're not actually running. They're still coming on in. But how long do you think it's going to take for Sir Lancel to carve through 3 of these? It's going to take a while, especially if we miss, which we're very prone to doing when we're webbed. And we can take a look at what the actual status effect is of that. Alright, another one bites the dust. Going around. See, these eggs here, they actually popped. So that's kind of letting you know there won't be any more spiders spawning from that location. Just a ton of them up north here. Alright, good hit. Do we have a line of sight on anything? We do not. Okay, so webbed. Let's look at it. Trapped in a web. A large and sticky web holds this character in place and hampers their ability to defend themselves and to put real force behind any blows. To break free, the web will have to be cut. Unable to move, twice as much damage received by a Webneck's attack will ignore armor, which is scary. Lower damage, lower defense, lower initiative. So we really want to break free if we can. Move forward and tie down more spiders. Break free here. Ah, that was dumb. Can we get back? No, we can't. Dang it. I should have stepped up, or tried to step up with Leisure Side. Now they're running for real. Yeah, now we can't attack. So bad move me. I don't even know how many we've killed so far. I've been like lost in a haze of spidery forest fights. God. As many epic forest fights as we had in our last playthrough, we had some real miserable, long, tactical-less fights where we were just fighting undead forever in the forest, and it was really not fun. Alright, thank goodness. The nightmare is almost over. Yeah, but imagine fighting like 30 heavily armored undead and, you know, fallen heroes, which is a unit we definitely haven't seen yet, with necromancers to raise them, and the forest is even thicker than this, and there's just no clear way to fight them, and then you have to wait for them to come to you. It takes forever. Guys, don't ever hesitate to fast forward in my fights. If you're not enjoying, you know, my attempt at banter, it's over. And if you're not enjoying the fight itself, just fast forward. For real. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you let me know that you fast forward through a long, boring fight. I'm going to try to keep it interesting. Maybe talk about myself. Maybe talk about a movie or something. Who knows? Current events and all that. Alright, so we have an event finally. You find the nobleman Sir Lancel and the rather ragged-looking Ozzy quarreling over the last piece of food on a spit. Apparently, the lowborn got his fork to it first, but the nobleman claimed that his high stature granted him the right to the meat. Yeah, in this company, no man is low or highborn. We're not giving in to that stuff. Sir Lancel looks aghast. He slowly lifts his fork from the spit, and Ozzy immediately shovels the last bit of meat into his mouth. The nobleman gets up and heads your way. He straightens before you, bumping his chest into yours as you lock eyes. A few of the men put their hands on their pommels. You expect to get a piece of land when all this is said and done, yeah? I hope you do, because then I'll come and knock and show you how nobles really treat one another. Get out of my sight. Sir Lancel apparently was spoiled quite heavily. So an ambition fulfilled. So that was it. That did give us our 12 that we needed. So as your enemies either lie dead or in retreat, Wanton Fu the Faithful waves the company's banner in celebration. Once more the Jarls of Jorvik fought, and once more the Jarls of Jorvik prevailed. Raucous cheers echo him all around. You soon discover that your recent battle was the talk of the local towns and villages. Whenever they stop at a tavern along the road, the brothers find that drinks are poured when the story of that battle is told, and the more telling is embellished, the more freely the libation flows. Who dares stand against us now? That's what I'm saying. So let's head back to Dornan. Did we get any levels off of that? We did. So Ozzy got a level. Check, see what we get. 4. Perfect. I think we take... Do we take one more in hit points? Yeah, and then we'll take a 3 here. Very good. Quick hands. That's an easy one. Skibo. And let's see what you get, buddy. Man, you really need some melee skill. We'll take that 4. We'll take this one. And then we'll take a 2 in melee defense. And he's going to probably end up just being a really strong shield bro. So let's go ahead and give him shield expert now. Get that out of the way. And we're getting close on pretty much all of our brothers to getting Battle Forge, which is going to be much stronger when we have better armor. It's maybe a little early to be relying on that, but man, we just don't have the tools to repair the expensive weapons in our inventory. Some of the stuff we have would sell for quite a bit. We're going to ignore this fight. We might take this when we come back in another episode, but I was hoping to fight more Northmen, but we didn't see any. Let's just head to Dornan. But I mean, we have a trail set out for us if we want to go back. All we're doing right now is buying a lot of time for contracts to spawn. We're raising our... Yeah, we're up to competent right now. We're trying to give time for House Austin to like us again. And that way when we want a quest in the north, it'll be super easy. We'll have way stations. Yeah, still nothing spawned here for us. But this place loves us, so the prices here should be really good. Let's check our gold. So we're at 6,500. Let's see how much we get from everything we just did. And I'm going to sell all this gossamer. And we did get throwing weapons. We need to distribute those. We don't need the pikes. We don't need that. I'm going to get rid of this staff sling. I feel like we're just not going to use it. In fairness, I'll keep the boar spears. But I feel like we're about to get pretty wealthy all of a sudden. Someone's going to take that dagger. Another kite shield. That's a good pickup. We don't need rusty mail coifs. We don't need these nasal helmets. And yes, I am keeping... I am keeping at least one bear headpiece. Perfect. And we can sell off the poison gland as well. We need tools. Let's buy some. Nothing really else to say about that. 10k. We're over 10k, guys. That was 4 grand we made off of that trip. Not to mention all the experience, which is pretty invaluable. Pretty nice, pretty self-sustaining tip. We're going to buy both the tools. I think it's time we start to stock up. Let's look at our brothers. Who in the front lines does not have a dagger to switch to, just in case? Skibo, we got you, buddy. We could use a few more. And throwing weapons. Okay. Right now I'm looking at our ranged skill. Skibo's actually got decent range skill. So what we can do is we can start a fight like this. And then switch to the arming sword. Maybe get a shot or 2 off. 39 is pretty low. But like Lancel and Jotnar both could be throwing stuff as well. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's do this. Do this. Boom. Does everyone at least have a backup weapon? Yes, we're good on that. So we can actually sell these daggers too. Alright, we're slowly but surely getting to the point where we can realize our dream of lots and lots of throwing weapons. And I don't want to buy them. I really don't. Sell the kite shield. Sell one of the boar spears. Let's keep our money high. 10k is a lot. We could check the hires and see if... I just have my hopes up so high that we're going to find a barbarian, but I know we're not. Buy everyone a drink. Check out the local news and rumors, which is something we haven't done yet, but that's because we didn't really have the crowns to do it. So sometimes they can tell you about secret places on the map, and they'll give you a general idea where they are, and sometimes they'll tell you about really good and unique loot that you can go and pick up. But I think since we can't get any more contracts from here, or at least we're not getting them now. Oh man. Another supply caravan? We got so well off from the last one. So this is only 6 dudes. We got to be able to take 6 guys. Wish me luck. These fights are so scary because we can really lose a brother in these fights. But they don't have any arbalisters. And if we just remember the kind of the mantra of staying defensive. Okay, 15% chance. Oh, that's a pole hammer. This guy's got to go. They all have battle forged, so they're all tough. And that's a lot of firepower. Our crossbowmen missed. Step out here. Good hit. Wow, 2 hits with that feels pretty sweet. Step forward and use that. Yeah, we can't attack if we do that. Let's shield wall. Perfect. We had to get that weapon out of here. Much too dangerous. Same thing with the bill hook. If we can kill that guy, we need to. So we're going to aim for him. But at the end of the day, I don't expect much. I think we're just going to need to switch to our two-handed weapons. Ow. So that was Wonton Fu took that heavy hit. Time to drop a dog as well. He's going to help us get this around, and if he takes some hits, that's fine. We got to get in there. %. Put our shield wall up. Hand axe out. Nice. Get in here and drop a dog. Hopefully they distract. Last thing we want is to lose our sergeant right here to a damn bill hook. Nope. Leisure side, let's go, buddy. 33% chance and we fail. 34, 47, fail. Nice. Lucky shot. 30%. Was hoping to make him bleed. 5% is pretty bad. Let's get our battle standard out. Still don't have quick hands on Zach, I guess. Ugh. Use adrenaline. Please don't kill him. Don't kill anybody. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. We're getting us around. But man, without shield wall here, I'm afraid Wonton might be doomed. And Fritz is in a rough spot too with no armor. We're going to need to land a lot of these shots if we're going to have a hope of getting out of this battle without losing someone. Come on, dog. The dog is going after the donkey. Which is probably really bad, because if he kills the donkey, I don't know if we get the loot. Pole hammer number 2. And he's dodged every single one of our attacks. Damn. Let's get in there, leisure side. Nice. He was the one we were worried about the most. Damn. %. Come on, Fritz. We managed to pull Wonton out of here. I just don't know if we can save Fritz. He's going to try and run and he's going to get murdered. Okay, dog. If you're going to land hits, I'm okay. 60%. Nice. Okay, that's step 1. Perfect. That's step 2. Gotta hit him. We gotta kill him, honestly. The chance now is that he's just gonna kill Fritz. Damn it. Man, we just couldn't get him in time. Fritz may not be dead. It always says they're slain, but there's a chance he's not. And just in case this dog is gonna straight up just take our loot from us. Man, if we lost Fritz, then this battle was certainly not worth it. We're going to have to get some ridiculously good loot if we actually lose Fritz. Run him down. The other dog is going to jump right where we want to, as always. Dogs are so unpredictable. Well, that's not true. They are predictable. But it's unpredictable how they're going to impact your fight when you first drop them. Because you're happy to have them at first, but then sometimes they have unforeseen consequences like this. Man, it's really looking like the dogs are going to steal the kill. Please, dogs. Hopefully this does not. So Fritz is still alive, but he has a missing ear. Minus 10% initiative. That's nothing. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness. So Fritz has a story to tell. We got this mail halberd that we weren't going to get. We got 2 flat tops with mail. Another pole hammer. 2 stacks of amber. Some tools and supplies. Great pickups. And all the heater shields we could ever want. Thank goodness. Only a ripped ear. That's probably the most minor punishment we could have ended up with. And we're going to switch out this pike for that. Svarog's going to get a heavier helmet, and so will Isaac. And then these guys are also going to get some heavier helmets. And this messes with our vision, so we don't want to do anything there. Man, more arming swords too. The throwing weapons kind of worked as intended, but we're gonna probably want quick hands if we're really gonna make that happen. And we have the mail hauberk, which is a really solid piece of armor, but it's of course gonna need to be mended. So let's switch up. There we go for Skibo. Actually, let's give that to Isaac. And now someone else back here. Ozzy, you're a good bro. Take that. And it looks like, man, I just noticed the time kind of got away from me there. Did we not get any levels? We didn't. Wow. But that was great. I mean, honestly, despite being terrified that I was going to lose a brother, that ended up being quite the lucrative fight. We don't want that. We don't want the amber. We can honestly sell off an arming sword, which is crazy at the point in the game that we're in right now, that we're just don't care about arming swords already. Or heater shields also, for that matter. Look how many heater shields we're holding on to. Frontline bros, we only have 7. Not sure if it's really necessary for us to hold on to a full complement of heater shields that we can switch out. When we know we're going to be going back north to explore, we should probably just sell these, make room for more loot. I think we're good. Oh no, we need ammunition. We're almost out. Let's buy 3 stacks of those. And I kind of want to head over to Brookberg with all this gold to see what maybe they might have in the armory or the blacksmith that we might want to buy. And we'll do that. That'll be the last thing we do in today's episode. And then we're going to head out. We may even want to buy just a ton of dogs. Just get ourselves a bunch of armored war dogs. We can check out the new hires first. See if there's anything just that we can't live without. And I don't see anything. Armorer. Whoa. Master Stroke Golden Armor. It's pretty good. It's not as good as something we've already picked up. Pretty heavy fatigue, honestly, for how good it is. Okay, I'm just looking around. The Saleh helmets, I think, are still the best archer helmets in the game. They don't obstruct your vision, but they're 120 durability. So I'm pretty sure these are the best. We may want to grab one of those for one of our archers. Check out the weaponsmith. Anything cool? Not yet. So for, who is it? Is it Svarog? Oh, we can't look. There we go. Svarog has... Is it Svarog or is it... No, it's Isaac. Isaac has Brute. So he has an increased chance to hit the head. So I think if we stack that with a flail type weapon and the headhunter perk, he is just going to crush people. He's just going to nail everyone in the head. And the best weapon for that is the two-handed flail. Man, that's a big weapon. But do we want to use one of these right now? We could just buy this. The prices are not that bad. I mean, a longsword has a plus 5% chance to hit head. I like the longswords better as weapons, but this is pretty cheap. Right now, it might just be better to continue using a standard flail and just benefit from the defensive bonus of having a kite shield. But later, we're going to be pretty happy to have that. There are a lot of great tier 3 weapons here that we can easily afford if we wanted to. Let's check out the marketplace. Probably should have done that first. A lot of times they're pretty good deals. We definitely want the tools. Another cheap bill hook. But we're kind of in on these pole hammers. The bill hooks do more damage, but the pole hammers do more damage versus armor. Do they? Yeah, a little bit. Are bill hooks just better? I think they are. I just kind of keep going back and forth. They're better versus armor. And that's about it. Overall, the damage is better on the bill hook by a substantial amount. I mean, that's 20. It's tempting to buy one of these for cheap, but we're going to end up getting some for free. And at that point, we can just make the decision on our own if that's something we want to do. I would love to just outfit all of our brothers with basic mail. But there's really not that much for us to buy here. We could pick up a male shirt. Male hauberk. The prices here aren't great. So I'm asking myself a question of like, do I want to just like super outfit one brother? Which is something we could do. We could buy like the sellswords armor. Or even like the scale armor here. Lamlar is super heavy. But we could buy something like the scale armor and give that to a brother for a decent price. Or the reinforced male hauberk. And just have one brother really well kitted while the others kind of suffer. Kind of. Either way, I think we want the Saleh helmet. We're going to want to pick those up whenever we get a chance. And we're going to give that to Zach as a pretty good upgrade for him. And other than that, I'm honestly not sure if I want to buy anything. If I was going to buy something right now, it would probably be the sellswords armor, because it's just solid all the way into the late game. And it would just be a great investment, but right now I really don't want to buy anything. And all there is in Burkwall is a weaponsmith. And apparently we're still not renowned enough to take contracts here. So a fresh cool breeze is blowing today, and you feel like it's a good time for the Jarls of Jorvik to start something new. So, yeah, we're not going to be able to spread the word. We need to catch the eye of one of the noble houses. And right now we're just neutral. So they want us, we need to have professional renowned, which I think is the next one. And I think at that point we will have this unlocked. Yeah, but not yet. So as of right now, I mean, we want to go north, but we could explore south at the beginning of the next episode. But if not, I'll probably do some exploring on my own time. Nothing too serious, a battle or two, just see what's down here. It's probably just the edge of the map. But I always do this, guys. I always get carried away. I'm like 10 minutes past when I should end the episode. I don't care. It's my video. I'll do what I want. Look at all the weird terrain. Swamp. And now we're getting into like this weird desert terrain. Is there anything out here? No, we can't cross to there. Okay. Let's head back. At least now we know the borders of our territory. We kind of fully understand the southern border. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Guys, if you just want to talk, just leave some cool comments in the comment section about anything, strategies. Some of you guys are telling me about your current playthroughs, and I'm pretty stoked to hear about it. This is from Weissendorf. Man, we're going to take another trading caravan. I feel bad for these guys, kind of. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, tell me about your campaigns. I want to know what all the other company origins are like. I haven't gotten a chance to fully test them, so I'm as excited as you guys are. And yeah, that's it. Alright, y'all, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Later.